Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. As always, thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, definitely hit that subscribe button. This is where you can come and get all things regarding the T20 World Cup. So definitely hit that subscribe button. So in this video, we're going to be previewing the match between the West Indies and Australia. It's a World Cup warm-up match. And going to be previewing the match, then also sharing the possible starting lineups for both the West Indies and Australia. And so definitely give you the chance as well to share your possible starting lineups in this one, right? So getting straight into it. So tomorrow the West Indies will come up against Australia in their final warm-up match before the start of the T20 World Cup. And if the previous series are anything to go by between Australia and the West Indies, we know that this will be a very exciting match. Both teams are very good, and whenever they do come up against each other, especially in the T20 format, it's always exciting. It's always exciting. Always a lot of runs scored. You see in the previous series between West Indies and Australia in Australia, both teams scored a lot of runs. In the three matches, I think scoring over 200 runs from both teams. So there'll definitely be a lot of excitement in this match. And definitely looking forward to it, right? So starting with the Australia team. So the Australia squad for the T20 World Cup is as follows. So they have Mitchell Marsh, which is their captain, Ashton Agar, Pat Cummins, Tim David, Nathan Ellis, Cameron Green, Josh Hazelwood, Travis Head, Josh Ingles, Glenn Maxwell, Mitchell Stark, Marcus Stoinis, Matthew Wade, David Warner, and Adam Zampa. So as you can tell from seeing that squad, it's a very strong Australian squad that they have put together for this T20 World Cup, and they definitely have an opportunity or have a chance to win the World Cup with the squad that they have put together. The Australian team, though, for this match, they won't be at full strength because they have a few players that they have rested for their warm-up matches. A few players won't be joining their team until the actual World Cup starts. And they rested them due to them being in the IPL, playing in the IPL, and so they kind of gave them some time to go back home to Australia for a bit, get some rest, so they can come and be refreshed and ready for the T20 World Cup. So the players that won't be a part of this match against the West Indies, so you have so Pat Cummins, he won't be there. Travis Head won't be there. Mitchell Stark won't be there. Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green, and Marcus Stoinis. So all of those players won't take part in the match versus West Indies. Australia even played a warm-up match against, I think it was Namibia yesterday, and none of these players took part in the match as a result of them not yet being in the Caribbean with the team. So the Australian starting lineup is pretty simple. So with those players being missing, it just means that the only players available for them to play in the match will be Mitchell Marsh, Ashton Agar, Tim David, Nathan Ellis, Josh Hazelwood, Josh Ingles, Matthew Wade, David Warner, and Adam Zampa. Right, and that's still a very good team. They might have to have a few of their coaching staff fill in those spots that are required. And I did come across an article which mentioned that some of their coaching staff might step in to take the place of those players that are currently out on rest. So we'll have to. So that's definitely more than likely what the Australian team would be planning to doing. Right, but nevertheless, it's a very strong Australian team, even with those big players missing. This Australian team still has a lot of quality. Adam Zampa, a top quality leg spinner. David Warner, of course. Matthew Wade, Josh Ingles, Josh Hazelwood. We know what he can do with the ball. So Tim David, a big hitter. We know what he can do with the bat. Agar, Mitchell Marsh, we definitely know what they can do with the bat and ball. So even though they have big players missing, it will still be a strong Australian team. So moving on to the West Indies now. The West Indies team, they also have players that they have rested or they will be resting for the same reason, a long season in the IPL. So for my West Indies starting lineup, I'm going to give you the lineup that I would use ideally if it was normal circumstances, and then also sharing the lineup that I think Darren Sammy will pick, based on the current circumstances, and also resting players and giving players an opportunity to play who haven't played any matches in a long while, right? So I do think Andre Russell will be rested for this match. He just played the IPL final over the weekend, and then you put that also with the fact that a long travel back to the Caribbean, having to deal with both jet lag and time zone changes. That can definitely have a huge impact on the body. So I don't expect Andre Russell to take part in this match. Sherfield Rutherford also. He didn't take part in the IPL final, but he also traveled back from India after the IPL final as well. But I do expect Sherfield Rutherford to be in this lineup. Main reason because he hasn't played any matches in for a long while. So I think Darren Sammy will definitely want to give him much practice and get his match sharpness up heading into this match, right? So and then you have, of course, a Nicholas Pooran. So all the players that didn't take part in the South Africa series are Nicholas Pooran, Ravman Powell, Shimron Hetmyer, Shai Hope, Azar Joseph. I think all of these players, they will be included in the 11 to get them up to match sharpness. Maybe Nicholas Pooran not so much, but I do expect that Nicholas Pooran will be in the lineup as well. So getting to the starting lineup for the West Indies now. So ideally, so again, like I said, I'm going to share the starting lineup that I would use if it was under normal circumstances. But like I said, players are being rested. Players, Darren Sammy, I'm sure it's an evaluation match still. The last match before the World Cup. So I'm sure Darren Sammy wants to look at other players. But the starting level that I would use if all things were normal would be King and Charles to open. Then you have Pooran and Chase, Powell, right? Then Hetmyer. So King, Charles, Pooran, Chase, Powell, Hetmyer, Russell, Shepherd, Hussein, Motie, and Shamar Joseph. So that's the lineup I would use if all things were normal. But the lineup that I think Darren Sammy is going to pick, based on all the things that I stated earlier, resting players, giving players an opportunity to play, to get match practice, especially for the players who were in the IPL and didn't play much. So the lineup that I think Darren Sammy is going to use when picking the lineup, right? So obviously it's a 15-man squad, so it's easier to exclude 4 than to select 11, right? So the players that I think will be excluded from the 15 for this match are excluded from the 15 to make the starting 11 will be, so Andre Russell. I don't think Andre Russell will play in this match. I don't think Gudakesh Motie will play in this match. He's already proven himself and in those 3 matches that he played against South Africa, so he might get a rest in this match. So Andre Russell, no Gudakesh Motie. I think he might rest Brandon King as well for the same reason. Coming off an injury, performed well in the South Africa series. So I think he might rest Brandon King as well. And maybe a Obed McCoy or Shamar Joseph, right? So he might rest either Obed McCoy or Shamar Joseph, right? To bring in Azar Joseph. So with that being said, the West Indies starting lineup that I think Darren Sammy is going to go with is Shai Hope, Charles, Chase, Pooran, Powell, Rutherford, Hetmyer. I think both Rutherford and Hetmyer will play in this match. Shepherd, Hussein, Alzar Joseph, and I would say Obed McCoy. Either Obed McCoy or Shamar Joseph. So I think that will be the starting 11 that Darren Sammy will go with. Again, just to get players match practice and get them fit and give players an opportunity who haven't played in a while to play. So that's the starting lineup that I think Darren Sammy will go with. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Definitely share your starting lineup in the comment section. And let me know what you think about the match. So the match will take place in Trinidad. The team is already in Trinidad and preparing. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow when the match starts, and definitely looking forward to how it goes and the start of the T20 World Cup. But as usual, thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.